are factors affecting the strength of concrete. So we are going to see in detail about each and every factor. So let us start with the first one. The ratio between the water and cement that you have added for the mortar or preparing concrete is what we call water cement ratio. I mean, for example, if in a mortar or in concrete, if cement I have used is something like 100 grams and water is 500 grams, then water by cement ratio by weight would be 500 divided by 1000, which is equals to 0.5. So water by cement ratio is 0.5. The amount of water that you have added here and the cement that you have added to prepare a concrete or a mortar influences greatly the strength of the concrete or the other properties of the concrete. Okay, so let me take this. W by C is equals to 0.5. So keeping water constant, if you increase the content of cement, water by cement ratio decreases, which is good for the strength of the concrete. But keeping constant the cement content, if you increase the amount of water, water by cement ratio increases, that leads to decrease in strength. So both these parameters, if these two parameters are increased or decreased simultaneously in the same percentage, then water by cement ratio would be constant. That do not influences the strength of concrete. So change in the quantity of a single quantity with respect to the other quantity leads to the change in water by cement ratio. If both of them changes in the same percentages, water by cement ratio is going to be constant. And this water by cement ratio influences the properties of concrete. The reason behind this is simple. Water and cement are the only two chemically active elements in concrete. Only these two chemically active elements are going to react in the concrete to produce a glue like binder paste. Of course, we call that as CSH gel, silicate gel, which surrounds and coats the aggregate and upon hardening binds the entire aggregate. So here water fulfills two functions. First thing is it hydrates the cement and the second one is it lubricates the concrete ingredients. So let me look into first one. So we know that hydration of cement is nothing but reaction of water and cement, which is an essential chemical reaction which leads to the formation of complex silicate crystalline gel. Of course, we call that as CSH gel. And this CSH gel, which is formed because of the hydration of cement, is responsible for the strength of cement. Therefore, strength of the cement is being influenced by the water. And the second one is it lubricates all the concrete ingredients, that is coarse aggregate and fine aggregate. So it lubricates all the concrete ingredients by passing around them in the form of films. Hence, it is responsible for the plasticity and mobility of the concrete. సో కాంక్రీట్కి ప్లాస్టిసిటీ దానికి ఎట్లా వస్తుంది అంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ది లూబ్రికేషన్, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ది lubricating effect of this water. If there is no water, there is no lubrication effect. If you have some bearings, you apply grease to that balls, right, to that bearing, so in order to lubricate it so that there is a free movement. So this water acts like a grease in concrete. It lubricates the particles, coarse aggregate, so that the friction between these aggregates is going to decrease. These are the reactions that we are going to see when cement is reacting with water. This is just for reference. We have already gone through these reactions in our unit 1, C3A, C2S, and C3A, and C4AF. These are the end products that are formed. Actually, the influence of the water on the strength of the concrete is first discovered in the year 1918 by Abraham. He stated that the strength of the concrete or mortar is dependent on the net quantity of water used per sack of cement. That is, keeping the weight of cement constant, the amount of water that you have added for this unit weight of cement is influencing the strength of concrete. And he has given a simple react equation that helps us to find the strength of the concrete at the end of 28 days. So remember, when we say the characteristic strength of the concrete is something, that something is the strength of the concrete after 28 days. So here, Abrams has given a simple equation, and by using this equation, you can predict what is the strength of the concrete going to be after 28 days. That is, S is equals to A by B power X. This X is nothing but water by cement ratio by volume, and S is the strength. So when I say water by cement ratio by volume, weight and cement are substituted here in terms of volume. And A and B, capital A and capital B, are the constants for 28 days. And A is 96 Newton per mm square and B is 7. The graph here will help us to understand the level of compaction or degree of compaction on the compressive strength development. So let me take X and Y axis, and on X axis it is water by cement ratio, and Y axis it is compressive strength. So if the concrete is completely compacted, fully compacted, then compaction would not have an influence, right? If the concrete is completely vibrated, completely compacted, water by cement ratio influences the compressive strength. And when water by cement ratio is less, compressive strength is going to be high. Water by cement ratio increase అవుతున్న కొలది ఏమవుతుంది అంటే strength is going to decrease. So this is the curve. If the compaction is not completely done, if the vibration or hand compaction is used to compact, remember, you can never get 100% of compaction. Okay, even if you use vibrating machines or hand compaction, you cannot achieve 100% of compaction. Therefore, never the curve is going to be in this way. So now, the vibrating machines or hand compaction is used to compact. So what happens in such case is water by cement ratio. You know that, for example, let me use hand compaction. Since water by cement ratio is initially low, you cannot properly compact the concrete. Therefore, the strength of the concrete you achieve is less. If you are increasing the amount of water you are adding, you can compact the concrete more. So what happens? The compressive strength also increases. But at some point of water by cement ratio, this compaction has reached its maximum level. ఓకే, ఇంక ఫర్దర్గా మీరు హ్యాండ్ కాంపాక్షన్ యూస్ చేసి దాన్ని కాంపాక్ట్ చేయలేరు. అప్పుడు ఇంకేమవుతుందంటే కాంపాక్షన్ డస్ నాట్ ప్లే ఎనీ రోల్ ఇన్ development of compressive strength. Now water by cement ratio directly influences the compressive strength. That is, on further increase in water by cement ratio, compressive strength of the concrete is going to decrease. This is for hand compaction. So I hope you understood now how this graph has come, and I'm just trying to draw this diagram in the single graph. And now the third case also the same thing. You are using vibrating machines to do this compaction. So same, since the water by cement ratio is low, you cannot fully achieve the full compaction. Therefore, the compressive strength is going to be low. water by cement ratio increase అవుతున్న కొలది the degree of compaction achieved is going to be increasing. So more and more compaction is going to be achieved, and therefore compressive strength increases. And after reaching certain water by cement ratio, this water by cement ratio will not influence the degree of compaction, and the compaction has reached its maximum level. And that does not imply 100%. వైబ్రేటింగ్ మిషన్స్ యూస్ చేసి నువ్వు ఎంతగా అయితే కాంపాక్ట్ చేయగలవో అంతకి రీచ్ అయిపోయినట్లు అనమాట. రీచ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దిస్ కాంపాక్షన్ విల్ నాట్ ప్లే ఎనీ రోల్ ఇన్ ది కంప్రెసివ్ స్ట్రెంత్, అండ్ ఫర్దర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ వాటర్ బై సిమెంట్ రేషియో విల్ లీడ్స్ టు ది డిక్రీజ్ ఇన్ compressive strength of concrete. So this would be the graph. So how to choose water by cement ratio properly? The table 5 of IS 456-2000 gives the minimum cement content and the maximum water by cement ratio and the minimum grade of concrete for different exposures with normal weight aggregates of 20 mm nominal size of aggregate. Of course, 20 mm is the nominal maximum size of the aggregate that we use regularly. So from this table, you can decide what is the proper water by cement ratio that you have to choose. But you need to know three things. First thing is, you have to know two things first. That is, what is the exposure of the member? And the other thing is it a plain concrete or reinforced concrete? See here, what is meant by exposure? So when you are using concrete to build a structure, that structure is going to be at a particular location, and in that particular location, the conditions to which this concrete is going to subjected changes. For example, if you take Visakhapatnam, we have sea here, and sea has salt water, which is not good for concrete. So if you find any structure near the seashore, and there is a structure deep inside some location, somewhere deep inside Visakhapatnam, outskirts of Visakhapatnam, and now this building 1 and building 2 have different level of exposure to the sea environment, right? The sea water comes along with this wind, and these salts in the sea water comes in contact with the concrete structure, and concrete durability is going to be decreased. But if you consider this building 2 has less exposure compared to this building 1 to the sea water. So I can say that the exposure of the building 2 is mild, and the exposure of this building 1 to the sea water is moderate. And at the same time, if I constructed a structure in the sea itself, in the sea water, such as this oil rigs like that, it is going to be severe case. Okay, so depending upon the conditions of existence, you are going to consider different exposures. So for example, if the exposure is mild, if the reinforced concrete is being manufactured, so the minimum amount of cement content that you need to use is C, and the grade of concrete required is M20, and water by cement ratio, maximum water by cement ratio you need to use is 0.55. So water by cement ratio ఎంత తీసుకోవాలండి? 0.55. This is the maximum. You can go for lower value of water by cement ratio also in this case. Okay, but you cannot exceed this value. So for example, if you adopted this value, water by cement ratio is 0.55. He has given you what is the minimum cement. ఇంతకంటే తక్కువ సిమెంట్ని నువ్వు వాడకూడదు అనమాట మైల్ కండిషన్లోని పర్ మీటర్ క్యూబ్ ఆఫ్ కాంక్రీట్ తయారు చేయడానికి. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు వాటర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0.55 ఇంటూ సి, దట్ ఈస్ 0.55 ఇంటూ 300. It is something like 165 kg of water. So for 300 kg of water cement, 165 kg of water has to be added so that water by cement ratio would be 0.55. This is how you find out how much amount of water that you need to add, what is the water by cement ratio, and what is the minimum cement content that you need to use in different exposures.